Hello, everyone! Today, we're going to talk about something that could completely change how you feel, look, and even think what really happens to your body when you stop eating added sugar for 30 days. When I say sugar, I'm not talking about the natural sugars found in whole fruits and vegetables. Those come with fiber, vitamins, and minerals. I'm talking about added sugars, the kind you find in desserts, sodas, packaged snacks, flavored drinks, and even in some foods you might not expect like sauces, dressings, and bread. For many people, these added sugars are a daily habit, and breaking that habit can feel like a big challenge. But what actually happens if you go 30 days without them? Let's break this down step by step so you know what to expect and why it's worth it. The first few days, and often the entire first week, can feel the hardest. Your body and brain have been used to getting quick energy from sugar, and suddenly removing that source can lead to cravings that feel very strong. Some people even describe withdrawal, like symptoms such as headaches, mood swings, irritability, or feeling more tired than usual. This happens because sugar activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine, the same chemical that makes us feel good when we achieve something. When that stimulation is gone, your brain signals that it wants more. But the good news is that these symptoms usually don't last forever. If you stay consistent, your body begins to adapt surprisingly quickly. By the second week, you'll likely notice that those intense cravings start to calm down. Your mood begins to stabilize, and your energy feels more balanced throughout the day. This is because your blood sugar is no longer going on a roller coaster of spikes and crashes. When you eat sugar, your blood glucose rises rapidly. Then insulin kicks in to bring it down. This sudden drop often leaves you feeling tired, hungry, and sometimes irritable. Without the added sugar, your blood sugar stays steadier, and as a result, your energy levels become more predictable. Many people find that they no longer experience that afternoon slump that used to hit them hard. Instead, you may feel a more consistent level of energy from morning until evening. Around the third week, changes in your skin and overall inflammation can start to become noticeable. Sugar has been linked to higher levels of inflammation in the body. It can also affect collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep your skin firm and youthful. When you cut down on sugar, your skin may begin to look clearer, less oily, and more radiant. People who are prone to acne sometimes notice fewer breakouts. This is because sugar can spike insulin levels, which in turn affects hormones that can trigger acne. Lowering sugar helps calm that process. And it's not just the skin. Internal inflammation in your joints, gut, and even your blood vessels may also reduce, which benefits your overall health. By the time you reach the end of the 30 days, the results can be quite impressive. Many people notice weight loss, even if they didn't drastically change anything else. This is because sugar adds a lot of empty calories without making you feel full. When you remove it, you naturally cut back on these extra calories, and your body starts using stored fat for energy. Beyond weight, your metabolism improves. Your insulin sensitivity becomes better, which lowers your risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes in the long run. Your liver also benefits because high sugar intake, especially from fructose, can contribute to fat buildup in the liver, which can lead to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease over time. Reducing sugar gives your liver a break and allows it to function more efficiently. One more thing people often report after 30 days without sugar is an improved sense of taste. When we consume a lot of sugar regularly, our taste buds get used to that level of sweetness, and naturally sweet foods like fruits can seem bland. After a month without added sugar, your taste sensitivity resets. A strawberry or an apple will taste incredibly sweet and satisfying again, which makes it much easier to maintain this healthy habit going forward. So, while the first week can feel tough, every day after that gets a little easier, and the benefits just keep adding up. You'll notice better energy, improved mood, clearer skin, fewer cravings, and better overall health, all from making one change, cutting out added sugar for 30 days. The first week without added sugar is often the hardest part of this entire journey, and it's completely normal to feel challenged during these initial days. When you suddenly remove added sugars from your diet, your body and brain react because they've become accustomed to quick bursts of energy from sugary foods and drinks. Sugar stimulates the release of dopamine in the brain, the same chemical that makes us feel rewarded and satisfied. Over time, your brain associates sugar with comfort and pleasure, so when you cut it out, you're essentially breaking a habit that your body sees as a reward system. This can lead to strong cravings that feel almost impossible to ignore, and these cravings are often the most intense in the first few days. Some people also experience what we call withdrawal-like symptoms, which can include headaches, irritability, mood swings, and even feeling more tired or low in energy than usual. This happens because your blood sugar levels are adjusting. Normally, when you eat something high in sugar, your blood glucose spikes quickly, giving you a rush of energy, followed by a sharp crash that leaves you craving more sugar. When you stop eating sugar, those spikes and crashes begin to disappear, but your body needs time to adapt to this new normal. Your brain will send signals that it wants the old pattern back, and that's when cravings feel the strongest. You might also notice that foods you used to enjoy seem less appealing because your taste buds have been trained to expect very sweet flavors. The good news is, all of these symptoms are temporary. Most people find that after the first several days, the cravings start to fade as the body begins to burn stored energy more efficiently. During this phase, it's important to drink plenty of water, eat balanced meals that include protein and healthy fats, and get enough sleep, because lack of sleep can make cravings even worse. Remember, this stage is all about resetting the body and the mind, and even though it feels tough right now, every single day you stick with it brings you closer to better health and more stable energy levels. By the time you reach the second week without added sugar, many of the initial challenges from the first week begin to ease, and this is when people often start noticing some positive changes. One of the most noticeable differences during this stage is how your energy levels begin to feel more stable throughout the day. In the past, when you were consuming sugar regularly, your body was on a constant roller coaster of blood sugar spikes and crashes. Every time you had something sweet, your blood glucose would rise quickly, giving you a short-lived burst of energy, only to drop sharply later, leaving you feeling tired, sluggish, and often craving more sugar. This cycle is exhausting for the body and the mind, and most people don't even realize how much it affects their daily mood and productivity. Once you remove added sugar, your body gradually shifts to a more balanced state. Instead of depending on quick sugar hits, your system learns to rely on steady energy from whole foods like proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. This keeps your blood sugar levels stable, which means no more dramatic highs followed by sudden crashes. As a result, you may notice that the afternoon slump that used to hit you hard starts to disappear. You might feel more focused, less irritable, and better able to concentrate on tasks for longer periods without feeling the urge to snack all the time. It's important to understand that these improvements happen because your insulin levels also become more controlled when you're not overloading your body with sugar. Balanced insulin means your cells are getting energy efficiently and your hunger hormones are no longer in overdrive. Another benefit that often comes in week 2 is improved sleep quality. When your blood sugar remains stable, your body can enter deeper stages of sleep without frequent disruptions. Better sleep leads to even more energy during the day, creating a positive cycle that supports your health. While you might still have occasional cravings in this stage, they're usually much weaker than before, and your mind feels clearer because you're not riding the wave of constant sugar highs and lows. This is a turning point where many people start realizing that giving up sugar is not only possible but also rewarding, because the way you feel now is a preview of even bigger benefits to come in the next weeks. When you stop eating added sugar and your blood sugar becomes more balanced, one of the biggest changes many people notice is an improvement in mood and mental clarity. This happens because sugar has a direct impact on how your brain functions and how your emotions fluctuate throughout the day. When you consume a lot of added sugar, your blood glucose spikes quickly, leading to a surge of energy and a temporary sense of happiness or comfort. But this is always followed by a rapid drop in blood sugar, which can make you feel tired, irritable, anxious, or even sad. These constant ups and downs create emotional instability without you even realizing it. After cutting out added sugar for a couple of weeks, your body starts breaking free from this cycle, and as a result, your mood begins to feel more even and consistent. Instead of experiencing those emotional highs and lows, you feel calmer and more in control. This is because stable blood sugar helps regulate important hormones like insulin, cortisol, and even neurotransmitters such as serotonin and dopamine, which play a big role in how happy and relaxed you feel. Another reason your mood improves is better energy management. When your brain has a steady supply of glucose from complex carbs and other healthy sources rather than sudden sugar spikes, it functions more efficiently. This reduces brain fog, improves concentration, and allows you to handle stress more effectively. People often report feeling less anxious and more focused because their brain isn't craving that quick sugar reward anymore. You might also find that your sleep improves during this stage, and better sleep naturally enhances mood, making you feel more positive and motivated. It's a powerful reminder that what we eat directly affects how we feel emotionally, not just physically. By keeping your blood sugar balanced, you're not only improving your energy, but also creating a stable foundation for mental well-being. One of the most noticeable and exciting changes that many people experience after reducing added sugar for a few weeks is an improvement in their skin health. This happens because sugar has a direct effect on inflammation, collagen production, and even hormone balance, all of which play a huge role in how your skin looks and feels. When you consume a lot of sugar, it can lead to higher levels of insulin in the blood. Elevated insulin often triggers the production of certain hormones that increase oil secretion, which can clog pores and contribute to breakouts. That's why people who eat a diet high in added sugars sometimes notice more acne or skin irritation. By removing added sugar, you help bring your insulin levels back to normal, which means less hormonal imbalance and reduced oil production. Over time, this can make your skin look clearer and healthier. Another reason skin improves is because of something called glycation. Glycation occurs when excess sugar in your blood attaches to proteins like collagen and elastin, the building blocks that keep your skin firm and youthful. This process creates harmful molecules that damage these proteins, leading to a loss of elasticity, fine lines, and wrinkles over time. When you cut out added sugar, you slow down this damage and give your skin a chance to repair itself. As a result, many people notice a natural glow, better texture, and fewer breakouts after just a few weeks without sugar. Inflammation also plays a big role here. High sugar intake can increase inflammation throughout the body, and that includes your skin. Inflammatory responses can cause redness, puffiness, and make conditions like acne or eczema worse. Reducing sugar lowers these inflammatory markers, allowing your skin to calm down and look more even-toned. You may even find that makeup goes on more smoothly or that you feel more confident without it because your complexion appears brighter and healthier. These improvements don't happen overnight, but by the third week of a sugar-free journey. Many people see a noticeable difference that motivates them to continue this lifestyle. When you reduce added sugar in your diet, one of the changes you may notice after a few weeks is how your skin begins to look and feel better. This is because sugar has a strong impact on processes in the body that affect skin health, such as inflammation, hormone regulation, and collagen maintenance. When you eat a lot of sugary foods, it causes your blood sugar to rise quickly, which in turn raises insulin levels. High insulin can increase oil production in the skin and stimulate certain hormones that make acne worse. This is why people who consume high amounts of added sugar often struggle with breakouts or oily skin. By cutting out these sugars, you bring insulin levels back into a healthier range, which helps reduce excess oil and can make your skin clearer over time. Another important reason skin improves is due to reduced glycation. Glycation is a process where excess sugar molecules in the blood attach themselves to proteins like collagen and elastin. These proteins are responsible for keeping your skin firm, smooth, and elastic. When they get damaged by glycation, your skin becomes more prone to wrinkles, sagging, and an overall dull appearance. By lowering your sugar intake, you slow down this damage and give your skin a chance to maintain its natural structure for a longer period. Over time, this means your skin can look younger and healthier. Inflammation also plays a big role in skin conditions. High sugar consumption can increase overall inflammation in the body, which often shows up on the skin as redness, puffiness, and irritation. Conditions like acne, eczema, and even rosacea can become worse when inflammation is high. Reducing sugar helps calm these responses, leading to a smoother and more even complexion. Many people also notice that their skin feels more hydrated and less irritated after making this change. While improvements won't happen overnight, after 2 to 3 weeks of avoiding added sugar, it's common to see a natural glow, fewer breakouts, and a brighter, healthier appearance overall. When you cut out added sugar from your diet, one of the most powerful internal changes that happens is a reduction in inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation itself is not always bad. It's a natural defense mechanism your body uses to fight infections or heal injuries. But when inflammation becomes chronic, it can silently contribute to serious health problems over time. Consuming large amounts of added sugar has been linked to higher levels of chronic inflammation because sugar can increase the production of inflammatory molecules in the body. This often happens when frequent blood sugar spikes cause your insulin levels to remain high. Over time, this can stress your cells and lead to oxidative stress, which damages tissues and triggers more inflammation. When you remove added sugar for 30 days, your blood sugar levels start to stabilize, which means less stress on your body and lower production of these inflammatory compounds. As a result, your body begins to repair and restore balance. Many people don't feel this change immediately because inflammation works silently, but the benefits are happening beneath the surface. Lower inflammation means your joints can feel less stiff, your digestion can improve, and even your energy levels can feel more consistent because your body is no longer fighting constant internal stress. Reducing inflammation also lowers your long-term risk for several chronic conditions such as heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even some issues related to metabolic syndrome. High sugar intake has been shown to contribute to plaque buildup in arteries and fatty deposits in the liver, both of which are linked to inflammation. By giving up sugar, you're reducing these risk factors over time. Another benefit of lowering inflammation is improved immune function. When your body isn't overworked dealing with unnecessary inflammation, your immune system can function more effectively. This means you're better equipped to fight off infections and maintain overall health. The longer you maintain a low sugar lifestyle, the more these benefits build up, creating a foundation for better long-term wellness. By the time you complete 30 days without added sugar, one of the most common and noticeable changes is weight loss and an overall improvement in metabolic health. This happens because when you remove added sugars, you automatically cut out a large number of empty calories that provide no real nutritional value. Added sugars are often found in sweet drinks, desserts, and packaged snacks that contribute to excess calorie intake without making you feel full. When you eliminate these foods, your body naturally begins to create a calorie deficit without you even trying, which leads to gradual weight loss. But that's only part of the story. The bigger impact comes from how your body responds on a hormonal level. When sugar is removed from your diet, your insulin levels start to normalize. Insulin is the hormone responsible for regulating blood sugar and storing fat. High sugar intake causes frequent insulin spikes, which can encourage your body to store more fat, especially around the abdominal area. After a few weeks without added sugar, your insulin sensitivity improves, meaning your body uses glucose more efficiently rather than storing it as fat. This makes it easier for your body to burn stored fat for energy, which contributes to healthy weight loss over time. Better metabolic health is another major benefit. Lower sugar intake helps reduce the risk of insulin resistance, which is a key factor in developing type 2 diabetes. It also decreases fat buildup in the liver, improving overall liver function. Your cholesterol profile may also improve because high sugar intake is linked to higher triglyceride levels, which can harm heart health. By stabilizing your blood sugar and lowering these harmful markers, your heart and metabolism get a significant boost. Many people also notice reduced bloating and a slimmer waistline because cutting sugar often means cutting down on processed foods that cause water retention. By day 30, Your body has started adjusting to this new lifestyle, making it easier to maintain these benefits long term and continue moving toward a healthier version of yourself. After 30 days without added sugar, the changes you experience are not just physical, they're life changing. From more stable energy and better mood to clearer skin, reduced inflammation, improved metabolic health, and even weight loss, these benefits show how much control you truly have over your well-being. Cutting out added sugar isn't about strict rules or giving up everything you enjoy. It's about choosing habits that help your body function at its best. Every small step you take in reducing sugar brings you closer to a healthier, more energized, and more confident version of yourself. So if you've been thinking about making this change, remember that your body will thank you, not just in 30 days, but for years to come.